Hi guys, well today we're going to be taking a look at a new release for 2022 from the guys over at Deepcool. This is the CK500, and what we have here is a mid-tower which takes on more of a minimal kind of design and which is available in black or white, and we're obviously going to be taking a look at the white version today. Casting an eye over CK500, we have features which you would typically expect from a mid-tower offering and a few additional things such as a GPU support bracket. Now this case is fairly affordable. It comes in at $89 in the US and $130 in Australia. All of the basics appear to be covered with this case, but it does have a few surprising things up its sleeve in terms of features. Should you consider it for your next build? Let's check it out. Before we begin, today's video is brought to you by ASRock. Right guys, well we're going to start with the front of CK500, and as you can see, we have this solid sheet of steel which covers the entire front section to retain that sleek look. Now this panel is easily detached. It's held in place with two magnets at the top and then two hooks at the bottom, and this brings us to the dust filter underneath, which covers the entire front section and is again easy to remove. And underneath we have a single 140mm intake fan which is responsible for bringing the cool air into the chassis. Now at the front we can install three 120mm fans or two 140mm. Now the front panel connectivity sits at the top, and we get a power button, two USB 3 ports in the green, headphone and mic combo port, a reset button, and then a single USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C. And so a good selection of ports there. Now up at the top of CK500 we have the ventilated mesh, which has a magnetic dust filter covering it. Now Deepcool has given this filter a corresponding tag which you can use to pull the cover away with. And so at the top here we don't have any pre-installed fans, but we can install two 120 or two 140mm. For these side panels we have tempered glass on the prominent side which gives that edge-to-edge viewing of the internal components, and on the alternate side just a solid steel panel. Both panels feature thumb screws for easy removal. With those panels now removed, we have a view inside CK500. You can see that with this case, it sticks to a traditional layout. We're able to create a clean and tidy configuration. This case can accommodate up to the ATX form factor, and that is the size of the board that we've gone with for this demonstration. And this gives you a bit of an idea of how a system would look inside this case. If we go in for a closer look, we'll start with the power supply area, which is approached from the reverse side. Underneath the power supply we have some rubber pads to prevent any scratching and vibration. It can take units which are up to 180 with the hard drive cage attached, and so our unit here just about fits with the cables plugged in. And that power supply area also has a dust filter which can be easily removed and cleaned when necessary. Above this, in the main chamber, we have the PCI covers, which there are 7. All of those require a screwdriver as they use standard screws. Opposite these covers we have the graphics card holder, which helps to alleviate any flexing which can occur with larger, heavier cards. This holder here can be fully adjusted, and it's a really nice feature to have that's been included here. Deepcool has included another 140mm fan inside CK500, which is great to see, as this will then benefit from a push-pull configuration in terms of the airflow. In the storage department there are 2 spots for SSDs. Deepcool has implemented a neat toolless method for attaching these drives. 4 metal studs just attached to the drive itself, and then these studs here connect up to the rubber plugs. And of the different techniques for installing such drives, I really like this one. It's simple and it's easy. And for those with larger mechanical drives, which are the 3.5 inch, those just drop into either of the 2 trays, which are again toolless. Okay, so next we're going to get a closer look at the clearance options within CK500, as this will highlight what you can fit inside. And so for the CPU cooler, we have a maximum of 175mm for the height of that heatsink before it touches the side panel. Our cooler here is 160mm. Most air coolers don't exceed 170, 175, and so that covers a lot of options. For the GPU, you have all the space from the back to the front of the case, which gives you around 380mm, which shouldn't present any issues for any graphics card. Behind the board is where we store all the cables, and so this is quite important. There is over 2 centimeters here, which gives you ample space for threading those cables. And the back section of this board here, the Mobo Tray, is one of the better ones that I've seen. It's got a lot of hooks there for tying away cables and keeping them tucked away. And you can see that the cable management is easy to keep under control, and we've been able to create a nice tidy workspace. CK500 has various mounting spots for cooling fans, and so this naturally paves the way for radiator support as well. And so at the front we can install up to 360mm, the top can take up to 280mm, and then the rear can take 120 or 140. And lastly, we're going to do a quick sound test to show you guys what you can expect in terms of the noise levels with a full system installed. As a reminder, CK500 has the two fans, 140 at the front, 140 at the back. And so here we have our KC330D sound meter, and here is the decibel reading. So that is the lowdown on Deepcool's CK500. This case here is listed at $89 in the US, $129 in Australia, and is available in black or white. You know, I really like the quick release panels on the front here. You don't need any tools in order to remove that steel sheet or the filter which is underneath. We've got a nice tempered glass panel which goes over, gives you that edge-to-edge viewing of the system inside, and we get plenty of ports up at the front here for connectivity. And inside, the storage also benefits from toolless installation, and I particularly like the SSD attachment and the way it's been designed. For that low price tag, it's great to see that we get two 140mm cooling fans, and they're in that push-pull configuration. They don't emit much noise when they're under load, and the thermal performance from CK500 is actually pretty good, as you're going to see in our website review. So all in all, this is a well-built, it's a great case. It offers a lot for that particular price point. But what do you guys think of it in terms of the features and what you've seen today? Is it something that you'll consider? Let's start some discussion in the comment section below. If you're interested in seeing that cooling performance of CK500, then be sure to check out our website review. The links for that are going to be on the screen and in the description. As always guys, thanks very much for taking time out of your day to watch. Please subscribe to the channel, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Dark, searching for sparks.